welcome back to my YouTube channel, and for today guys I'm going to show you how to prepare meatballs. And to start with, we have our minced meat here, and then we have, this is our minced meat, and then we have our pounded garlic and ginger, and then we have tomatoes. Guys, you can cut your tomatoes, but it's advisable if you have a blender, just blend them. And then we have our diced onions here. And then we have our dhania. This is coriander leaves. I've put them here. These are the coriander leaves. And then we have the capsicum. I'm using some capsicums here with the coriander stems. These are here. And then we have our beef cubes here. I'm going to use these 2 pieces of beef cubes. This is what I'm going to use, guys. And then we have our salt to taste. This is our salt. And then I'm going to use black pepper for the spices, and I'm also going to use garam masala. I don't really need a lot of spices for these guys, because yeah, just that. And then we have our tomato paste here. I'm going to use about a half of these guys. And then we have our all-purpose flour here. If you have all-purpose flour, it's okay. If you don't have, you can use your just home baking flour. And then we have our oil, of course, to cook here at the back side here. This is what we're using. So let's get started, guys. I'm going to add salt here. I've already added salt, and then I'm going to add my garam masala, about a half tablespoon, or per se 1 teaspoon. That's what I'm adding there. And then I'm going to add my black pepper. Guys, if you have garlic powder, the better, guys, but I'm just going to use what I have. So I'm going to add some black pepper here. I think that's enough. And then I'm going to add a bit of my garlic to this. Let me just use half of this. Yeah, I think that's enough. I just had to use my finger, guys, come on. And then I already washed my hands. So when handling raw meat, make sure, guys, you wash your hands so that you don't get to have food poisoning. So I'm just going to give this a very good mix, and then we get going, guys. I'm going to add a little bit of breadcrumbs here. I just have to use breadcrumbs, guys, so that it becomes firm when I'm making the meatballs. So I'm just adding some breadcrumbs here. I think this is enough for me. And then I'm going to mix them up, guys. So let's keep going. You don't have to add breadcrumbs, it's optional, but I'm going to show you another way. So keep on mixing. To make our balls here, so I'm just using my spoon to try and measure the amount that I need, because you have to try so hard to make the balls of the same size, guys. So that's what I'm just doing here, and then I'm pressing it down. I'm pressing it down first, and then after that, now I'm going to turn it to make them into a ball, guys. You just try to press it down so that it might, like, it doesn't break up when it's in the oil, guys. So that's what I'm just trying to do here. Then I'm making my balls. This is how we do it. Make sure your hands are clean all through, guys, because your raw meat, manze, it needs a lot of care. So I'm just rounding my ball into a good ball. This is my end results of my balls. Ready-made balls, so I'm going to dip them into the flour and then set them aside, guys. We are dipping them into the flour so that we can have that crispy feeling like on top of the balls, guys, the meatballs, guys. So I'm just doing that, and before I cook, I'll shake off the excess flour, of course. And then now I just, like, is it shallow fry? Let me say that I'm going to shallow fry them, guys. So we are doing it. Guys, they are so firm, by the way, like, yo, they're just nice and firm. Like, I just have a good feeling with them. Like, they're not gonna disappoint. product, guys. So I'm just going to shake off the excess flour as I shallow fry them, guys, and then we set them aside. And then now we make our sauce, guys. By the way, I'm making tomato sauce meatballs. That's what I'm preparing tonight. I'm just shaking off the excess flour on my meatball, and then I'm placing it in my oil. So that's what we're just doing here, guys. And then I let them cook up before I turn them to this other side. So guys, I've already turned them on this other side because they have already browned, but this is the end finishing that we want in our meatballs, and you can see they are not breaking at all because I used the breadcrumbs to make them firm, guys. And this is exactly what we are looking for when preparing these. So I'm just going to finish up with them, and then I set them aside, and then we go on to make our sauce, guys. This is how we do it for the meatballs, guys. It's not that hard. And I can't wait to have this meal, honestly. Our meatballs are already done here, so I'm just going to set them aside, and then I prepare their sauce. So I'm just setting them here aside. So guys, I'm going to fry up my onions, so that's what I'm just doing here. You make sure your oil is hot, so let's fry them until they're golden brown, guys. These are already done. I'm going to add my garlic and then cook it up a little bit. Until I can smell its flavors. Nice one. And then to these, guys, I'm going to add my capsicums because I don't want my garlic to burn down. My capsicums and coriander stems. So let's get going. Guys, I'm going to add my tomatoes now and cook them up and add a little bit salt and cover them so that they cook up completely. My tomatoes are already well cooked. I'm going to add in my tomato paste. And then after that, I'm going to add my cubes and then cook them a little bit up, and then add my meatballs here, guys. So to this, I'm going to add my cubes. Them a little bit. Tomato sauce, and make sure they are well drained in them, guys. So that's what we are just doing here. And after that, I'm going to cover them up for like about 30 minutes so that they may cook up. So let's do it. Wow. Oh, I love these, guys. This is so nice. Honestly, so nice. That's the only word I can use here. Your meatballs in tomato sauce, or tomato sauce meatballs, let's say that. So I'm just going to cover them up and let them cook up in this